sickness. Do God ask you for any money? So don't let the religion make you think otherwise. That's why we are not developing, because we feel like, forget about the material things. Oh, no, I will not do this to be rich. I will not do this to be dead. I will not do this to get big car. I will not do this because this and this and this. Because all we are thinking about religion. But everybody is getting rich. Yes, people who were copying religion from they are all rich. Muslims, black African Muslims are copying religion from Saudi Arabia. And Arabs in Africa. They are all rich. Saudi Arabia is rich. Tunis is rich. Morocco is rich. Mauritania is rich. Libya is rich. And African Muslims, black African Muslims are copying religion from those people, Muslim religion. Christianity, America is rich. You are copying them with Christianity. UK is rich. European countries are rich. So why you African Christians are not rich? Why you African black Muslims are not rich? Why? Ask yourself this question. There is something that you are not understanding that is making you people to be poor, and they are richer than you. They are getting richer and richer. And you people are getting poorer. Because you refuse to do what they did. They make what they do to become rich, they make it look like to you like if you do it is a sin, but they are doing it to be rich. But they tell you that if you do it is a sin. Saudi Arabia did something to be rich and wealthy like this. But they are telling you, black African Muslims, if you do it is a sin. America, Europe, UK have done something to be rich like this, but they are telling you African Christians that if you did it is a sin. And that's why you are remaining in poverty. And your pastors understand, your imams understand. That's why they brought this to you, that pay tithe. Or go and pay charity to the mosque, to the imam, so that they will pray for you. Before somebody will pray for you, my brother, my sister, sit down and beg God by yourself. Don't let nobody to stand between you and God and start begging God for you. Yes. If you want your prayers to be answered, everybody is closer to God. There's nobody that God didn't call. Everybody is called by God. Nobody. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody tell you that, hey, you know, I'm an imam or I'm a pastor, I'm called by God. Everybody is called by God. God have called everyone. Yes, except those who said, no, I will not answer to your call. But God have called everyone. Everybody. And nobody is closer to God than you. Yes, when you go to somebody to beg God for you, while God tell you directly, if you need something from him, kneel down, pray, and beg me, and I will give you. So why are you going to pastor to beg God for you? Why are you going to imam to beg God for you? Sit down and beg God for yourself, and God will answer you directly. When you go to God indirectly, God will answer you indirectly. When you go to God, when you beg God directly, God will answer your prayers directly. So when you go to imam or pastor to beg God for you, you go indirectly and God will accept your prayer indirectly. That's why your pastors are blessed than you. That's why your pastors are richer than you. Because when you go to them, to beg God for you, when God will give blessing, he will bring it to them and through them to you. So they will be more blessed than you. Because whatever they did for their prayers to be answered, you can do the same thing. But they make you feel like they are the people closer to God than you. Your imams, your pastors make you feel like they are closer to God than you. Whatever they did to be closer to God, you can do the same thing and be closer to God. Everybody is closer to God. Except you take yourself far distance from God. That's what I want my people to understand. Religion is making us poor. Because we feel like doing things that will make us rich is a sin. And now we are seeing so many pastors doing ritual. But what do pastors will tell you in church? Being a ritual is not good. I will tell you. But how many pastors do ritual so that they could be able to perform miracles? How many pastors do sacrifice, human sacrifice, so that they will have power, so that everybody will come to their church. Do whatever you can do, my brothers and sisters, and get yourself out of this. Everybody must have something that you believe in. I always tell people that no matter how you call yourself a Christian or a Muslim, remember this, your forefathers have a culture and a spiritual power that is attached to that culture. When you Africans go back to your culture and your forefathers' spiritual power, you are going to understand what it means to be in your own culture and respect your own culture. You will understand why these people are rich and we are poor, because we abandon our own. And do you know the most painful part is what we abandon, that's what they took from us. And they are enriching themselves with that. They told us that those things are idol, those things are these, but they took it today and enriching themselves, developing themselves with it. And we are there. We still feel like, no, those things are forefathers, things are local things, you know, are idols, you know, are devils. Be a Muslim, but don't forget your culture. Be a Christian, but don't forget your culture and your forefathers' gods. Yes, I'm a Muslim, but I still believe in my forefathers' gods and I still worship how it's supposed to be. You will be strong, and you will be fearless, and you will be confident in life, and you will directly know who you are, how powerful you are as a black man. You cannot know it by someone's culture. You cannot leave your culture and take my culture and you say you want to know yourself through my culture, while you abandon your own culture that should tell you that who you are. You abandon that. You came to my culture. You say you want to know yourself through my culture. You can only know me through my culture. When you took my culture, you will be only studying about me. You will know only about me, but you will know nothing about yourself. This is what happened to black people. We threw our cultures and took white people's and Arab people's culture. That's why we know nothing about ourselves. We want to take white man culture and know ourselves. We want to take Arab man culture and know ourselves. We are going to know only Arab peoples. Only white peoples. We are going to know about them, but nothing about ourselves we will know. This is why most of the Africans, when they say, oh, we don't know nothing about ourselves, we don't know nothing about ourselves, Africans don't know nothing about themselves. How can we know something about ourselves? When a culture that should tell us something about ourselves, we throw that one. We took the culture of white man and Arab man, and we want to know something about ourselves through Arab culture and white culture. It's impossible. You can only know yourself when you go back to your cultures. Go back to the normal stage. When you took a white man culture, you can never know that you will only know about white peoples, but you cannot know yourself through white man culture. That's why we know much more about white people than ourselves. Yes, today when you ask Africans, who is the most richest man in Europe, they will tell you. But ask them who is the most richest man in Africa. They cannot tell you. Many people can tell you story about Hitler. The Africans can say more story about Hitler than Mansa Musa. Why? Because we don't know ourselves. Because we took their cultures and we want to know ourselves. That's why Africans children know more about Hitler than Mansa Musa. You see the problem? We don't know nothing about ourselves because we are not learning about ourselves. Number one, we have no culture of ours. We abandon all. And how are we going to respect ourselves? I believe my message will help so many Africans to wake up. Not for me. Don't wake up for me. Don't fight for me. But fight for yourself. Wake up for yourself. Love yourself. I always said it. Even before you will love Pandi MAICA, love yourself more than Pandi MAICA. Don't love Pandi MAICA more than yourself. Love yourself more than Pandi MAICA. Believe in yourself more than Pandi MAICA. Trust yourself more than Pandi MAICA. My brothers and sisters, believe in yourself. It's the most important thing. Trust yourself. Love yourself before you will love any other person. If you don't love yourself, you will lose. You will hate yourself. There is only two things, love or hate. If you don't love yourself, it means you hate yourself. And if you hate yourself, you can never prosper or develop. Because you will always wish bad things for yourself. And you will see your life in catastrophe. And you will say, who is following me? My enemies, my this, my that are working. My enemies are at work. No, nobody is at work. You are at work for yourself. Because you don't love yourself. When you love yourself, there are certain things when you did, even the enemies can do nothing to you. Loving yourself is a medicine. Loving yourself is a herb. I swear, loving yourself is an herb that helps you to stand for yourself, to feel yourself, to understand yourself. Nobody will understand you more than yourself. Nobody. Nobody will love you more than yourself. Nobody. No matter how people love you, when you love yourself is the best. No matter how people trust you, when you trust yourself is the best. Self-trust, self-belief, self-love is the best thing in life. So this is what Africans are a lack of. Africans are a lack of self-belief, self-trust, self-love. Africans are a lack of this. And when we are lack of these three things, we can't even love our brothers. Do you know? That's why we hate each other. Because we are lack of these three things. Self-love, self-belief, self-trust. We are lack of the three things. That's why we can't trust each other. We trust white people more than our brothers. Why? Because we trust white people. We love them. We believe in them. We don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't love ourselves. And we cannot love our brothers. But we will love white peoples and their brothers. But we will hate ourselves and our brothers. And we will be enemies. And we will keep on suspecting each other. We will keep on seeing each other as fools. Because if I believe in myself, love myself, when I see you as an African black man, it doesn't mean wherever you came from. But as far as you're an African black man, I see myself in you. I feel you the same way I feel myself. I love you the same way I love myself. So I hope my message will help Africans. Help me share my message and let my message get to the Nigerian police IGP. And let my message get to so many Africans out there who are laughing at these two police officers because they were sacked because they begged a white woman for money. A white woman who has a mission in Africa. Even African governments doesn't know what is her mission in Africa. But Pandi MAICA know he was sent by the Nigerian government for a mission. But who will tell you that? Nobody. Share my message and let it get to all Africans and let them start waking up. Love yourself. You have no friendship with Europe, America, and UK, Africa. Understand that. They will never love you and they have never loved you. They are your enemies and they will always remain your enemies. Even their children that are coming are your enemies. When you start to understand this, Africa, you will free yourself soon. Free yourself. It's in your own palms to understand who love you and who hate you. It's in your own palms to feel free yourself from this darkness and this self-colonialism. Because that's how I call it, self-colonialism. We colonize ourselves without knowing it and we said we are independent. What kind of independent you have, Africa? You have no independent. You people are not independent. Stop celebrating that independent. Because that independent you are celebrating is a new system of slavery and colonialism. When white people transform and come with a technology slavery and the technical colonialism, they call it independent. They change the name. Instead to call it new colonial system or new slavery system, they call it independent to make you feel like you are independent. You are never independent, Africans. And you will never be if you don't stand up for yourself and fight for your independence. White people are independent, that's why you Africans can never judge for them, you can never rule them, you can never do nothing for them, you can never be included in any of their elections, in any of their participations. But they participate, they include themselves in any of your election, in any of your problems, in any of your countries, in any of your developments. They participate themselves, even if you don't call them. Because they are in charge. And you Africans can never be in charge of them because they are independent. They are in charge of you Africans because you people are not independent. So stop celebrating independence in Africa. It's the same to see Africans saying that Independent Day, Independent Day. It's the same. You are celebrating independence and you know you are not free. You are suffering. A slave is celebrating independent. Think about it, my peoples. When we stick together, we will understand it one day. Every African cannot understand at once. We just need to keep on talking, need to keep on acting, need to keep on talking. One by one, all of them will understand. But we know all Africans cannot, their mentalities cannot be changed at once. No. That's why we are prepared to do this job. To keep on talking, keep on meditating. Till 500,000 or half of Africans wake up and see themselves. And see what we are saying. Till we see that Africans have all finally wake up. And we will stop. But without that, we will not stop. We will still continue to fight. We will fight. Many will die on the journey. Many will be assassinated. We know. Many will die. Many have died already. And many will die again for this fight. Because it's a war. That we expect, we think like, oh, we can free ourselves in peace. You know, we don't have to be violence. You know, this, that. When I see a black man saying that, you know, we don't have to blame white people, we don't have to fight white people, you know, we just need to do this. You think Africa can get himself without a war? If you think that as a black man, then you are out of the road. You can get yourself as an African without making a war. And that war, you must be prepared for that. Be prepared for it. I'm the one who tell you, be prepared for it. Because they are preparing their children for that war. And our children are there learning ABC. While their children are here learning how to mine in your golds and your diamonds. Their children are here learning how to create missiles and bombs. M16 and other things, AK-47s. While their children are here learning how to be in the soldier field. Our children are there learning how to sleep in poverty. And we think we are in the same stage with these people. We think we can win them in this way while we are not preparing these children. Those children in Africa you are seeing, they need to be prepared. Those children at on the age like this, children at 7 years, 5 years, they need to be gathered together and prepare them. Train them to become a good soldier. Train them. Train some to become a good technicians. Train some to become a good gold miners. Train some to become a good technology IG systems. Train some. We have many systems. The students need to train. We need to now compete with them. We are more intelligent than them if we train our children very well. If we train our children what they need to know, we will win these people in a very simple way. We are more intelligent than them, and more faster than them, and more powerful and smarter than them. But just that, nobody is telling us when we are young to prepare us for this. Who prepare us? Nobody. And look at them, they are preparing their children. How to create missiles, bombs, diamonds, how to mine in gold and silver and diamond. Why? And we are there, we who have goals. People who don't have goals are training their children how to mine in gold. We who have goals, we are not training our children. What are we doing to ourselves? That means our children will come, when they grow up, the children in Europe who they are preparing for mining will go and mining for them and steal from them the same way their fathers are stealing from us now. Wake up, Africa. Wake up, Africa. We will fight till the end. Many will die, but many will get successful. Till that Africa is free. Kill all the freedom fighters, and you will see another millions of freedom fighters who will be even more dangerous than those you kill. This is what I always tell white people. Assassinate every freedom fighter. Each one freedom fighter you assassinate, another 10 will represent, will replace. Assassinate all freedom fighters, more will come. More. You will keep on doing it. Like Solomon said, you will keep on killing and more will come again. The fearless Africans, you can't finish them. The more you kill freedom fighters, the more fearless Africans came out. The more we have more fearless Africans. I hope my message will help Africans. And I hope my message, people will learn from it. May God bless you all for being with me here. It has been a while. But today and tomorrow I will be live. It has been a while because I was a little bit busy. And I missed to come live to do my job as usual. But I thank everyone for being with me here, coming out at once, and wasting your precious times to come and listen to me. I thank everyone for it. May God bless you all. May God guide all of us. May God save us and protect us and give us good health and long life. May God protect us from our enemies. Whatever your enemies plan against you, no matter anywhere you are right now, shall never prosper. Whatever they plan against you shall go back to sender. May God protect you wherever you are as a black man. May God protect you from your enemies. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, guys.